What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another video, a rant, a rave, a discussion about America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. I know it's been a while since I've done a Cowboys type of related video because I focused on the Patriots and then I focused on the Raiders the last time I did a video. So we're back to talking about the team that I hope most of y'all care about. Otherwise, it's just hot air, just dispensing hot air, which is cold outside. So maybe this will help with the coldness, is the heat coming from my mouth. So the Cowboys. First of all, I'm going to talk about why I love the Dallas Cowboys and why I believe that hopefully someday they will get number 6, just like I just witnessed Tom Brady get in the Patriots, and just like I witnessed many moons ago the Pittsburgh Steelers getting their 6th, which that pissed me off so bad when Pittsburgh got their 6th. The Patriots I'm cool with. The Pittsburgh Steelers getting their 6th, not so much. So I always tell people are like, how long have you been a Cowboys fan? My answer is usually silver and blue since 92, which was the year that I was born. So for those of you that want to do math, currently I am not 27 yet. I am 26. We'll be 27 in August. So just growing up, I briefly, just kind of remember Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin. Like, I vividly remember the triplets. And then I remember the Quincy Carter era, and I started kind of paying more attention when it was the Tony Romo era. And Tony Romo, I'll be honest with you, I loved him the first few years, and then I hated him for about 3 years, because the worst thing about sports is we look for a scapegoat. We look for somebody to put the blame on, and unfortunately I projected the blame onto Tony Romo because of that. The year that the Giants went to the Super Bowl, he throws that pick in the end zone to seal their fate, and we couldn't get deep into the playoffs that year, even though we had one of the most talented teams. I blamed him, obviously, for the snap in Seattle, which we were the playoffs. And, I mean, it just, a lot of the blame, I'm just kind of like, okay, I can understand, because I was just an element of my surroundings, and the people around me were like, Tony Romo's the worst quarterback in Cowboys history. He's never going to win a championship. He's never going to win a ring. He's no Roger Staubach. He's no Troy Aikman. And he's no Danny White even. And I'm just like, okay, like, I kind of have a problem with all of these things being said about Tony Romo at first. And then I bought into it because I had a great uncle that said that he had a Tony Romo action figure up in his attic, and he had it hanging from a noose at one point. And so I bought into the hatred of Tony Romo, that we need to get somebody else, man. If we only had an Aaron Rodgers, if we only had a Ben Roethlisberger, if we only had quarterback A, quarterback B, quarterback C, we would be better. And honestly, as the 3 years went by that I hated him, I had a renaissance. I had an awakening. I believe, what year was it? It was like 2009, 2010. No, 2012. It's actually like 2012 is when we had the. No. It was 10. I can't remember which year it was. It was the year that we had the worst defense in the league, and we gave up the most first downs ever in a game in NFL history. I just forgot what year that was. So that year, people were still like, oh, Tony Romo, we're screwed again because of Tony Romo. Tony threw a pick in this game. That's what cost us the game. Just stuff like that. And then I'm over here like, but the defense gave up like 3 touchdowns today. The defense gave up like 150 rushing yards today. the defense allowed this wide receiver to get like 10 receptions. That's not on Tony Romo. That's on our defense. And then obviously the year that he went out, the first time he had pretty much a season-ending injury, that's when we had Matt Castle come in and we had Kellen Moore come in. And I believe we even brought John Kitna back in for a hot minute. And that I mean, when he went down, it was night and day. And the thing that irritated me, because we went 4-12 that year. It was 2015? Was it 2015? Don't quote me on that. But we went 4-12, and that's how we got Ezekiel Elliott the next year. I think it was 2015. If I'm not mistaken, we lost like 5 or 6 of those games by 9 points or less. And a lot of those were like 2-point games, and I think we lost 2 points to, against Seattle. We lost like by 4 points against this team. We lost by 3 points against this team. We lost like a lot of those. It was like, and then that's when I was thinking, if we had Tony Romo in 2015, the team would have been way, way better. And that's back when we didn't have DeMarco Murray. That was the year that he flew the coop and went and chased the dragon in Philly, and then that didn't work, so then he went to Tennessee and then eventually retired. So Tony Romo going down that year was an eye-opener for me, especially. And then turns around again the next year in preseason, and then that was pretty much the horse that broke the camel's back. If you put a horse on top of a camel, it might break its back. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, because the Dak Prescott era began from that. And honestly, I'm just rambling about Tony Romo. Okay. Also, there was that one year where it was Kyle Orton that played our final game of the season, and we lost to Philly. And those were one of the magical years where it came down to the last game of the season, and whoever won that game got to go to the playoffs, and we were on the outside looking in all the time. I remember waiting for us to play the Redskins the final game of the season, for us to play the Philadelphia Eagles the final game of the season, and even the Giants, and they beat us, and then they go on to the playoffs, the wild card or a lower seed. Excuse me. So I've been there. I've been through the turmoil. I was a wee little lad when they had success, and then I suffered through before we got good again. Because last year was a damn good season at 10-6. The season before that we were 13-3, and the season before that we were 12-4. So we're doing good right now, and I'm glad I get to witness it, because I feel like I've been through enough turmoil, enough struggle, enough stress that I feel like we're starting to turn things around, and things are starting to look good again for America's team. And I can't wait to see where this team goes. We have a lot of people to re-sign and give extensions to, including Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, DeMarcus Lawrence. Love to bring Cole Beasley back, but I'm not holding my breath on that. And I just honestly think that we're taking a step in the right direction, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can be the first team since 08-09 to win the division 2 years in a row, because last year the only reason we won was because of Alex Smith. I've said that many times, that the only reason we won is because Alex Smith went out, and that was the deciding factor for the Washington Redskins. So if that was kind of like an asterisk division title for us, because Washington was running away with it. If Alex Smith would have stayed healthy, Washington would have won that division and went on to actually do something in the playoffs, I think, just like we did. We made a hoot, but not a scream in the playoffs. We're just like, woo! And we're out. So we kind of got that, like I said, that asterisk right there. And maybe it still technically should have been a Washington divisional win. So, I mean, if they want that so we can win it again next year, then they can have it. They can start printing off the T-shirts, 2018 NFC East champions. I am more than okay with that. So, all right, guys. Again, this is just a ramble. Like I said, a rant, a rave, a discussion, a ramble about America's team. Maybe I got to add that in the intro. So, what is your favorite memory of the Dallas Cowboys? What is your least favorite memory about the Dallas Cowboys? Who is your favorite Dallas Cowboy player of all time? I got to say mine's Catch-22. Emmitt Smith was amazing. I loved Emmitt Smith. I loved the running back that he was, and Ezekiel Elliott kind of emulates Emmitt Smith a little bit, and I'm happy with Ezekiel Elliott, and hopefully we can give him a contract where he can stay a Cowboy for life. That would just be awesome. So, guys, please subscribe to this channel to become a Piglet if you haven't already. If you guys can please also turn on that bell notification. That way you're notified every single time I upload one of these videos or the Huskies playthrough, which is coming very, very, very soon. It's right around the corner. I'd like to get production started probably this week or next, but next week is Valentine's Day, and since I'm a wholesaler for florists, this is our D-Day. This is our just the worst holiday ever next to Mother's Day. So, guys, thank you so much once again for dropping by, and always remember, my little piglets, Colin Porkchop loves y'all the mostest. Y'all take it easy, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all next time. How about them Cowboys? Bye, guys!